Hello. Let's go get a calculator. I'm gonna try my best to explain how European company in America pays drivers. And let's get the calculator going. This one. So let's assume that the way it works is a lot of European companies found that most of the American drivers are completely stupid. I'm not saying this to try to condescend or be mean to American truck drivers, but the way in the minds of the European trucking companies, I'm talking about Russians, Eastern European companies in America, they see American drivers like a zombie with no brains. And if you go on any online and on the internet trucking forums, you will see a lot of American drivers. I'm talking about in hundreds of thousands of them in a week, coming and writing and complain about how they've been ripped off, how the European companies scamming them, and they're complaining how they lost so much money. Because truck drivers, they make a lot of money. Every week they make, $1,700 to $2,000 a week. But the European company found a way to, instead of paying the drivers, they found a way where they can make these American drivers pay the company to work for the company. And I'm gonna explain to you. And I'm also, at the end of the video, I'm gonna leave a link in the descriptions of the companies, not the company, but the drivers. 6,000 drivers on an online form. I'm gonna post the link where they complain about every day there's 300-400 drivers coming into these online forums complaining about how they have been ripped off. Instead of they're making money, they're actually working as a slave for the Eastern European companies. I'm gonna explain to you how the payment system was set up by the European company first. And I'm gonna do some writing on here. So let's say you start working for the company. They don't pay you on your first week. They will hold your check, hold the wage on the first week, which is 7 days. And if that's not enough, they will also hold your money, your check, for the second week also. For second week, hold wage. So far you have worked 2 weeks, about 15 days for nothing. 15 days, you work for 15 days for nothing. 15 days for free. The promise is that normally they will tell you that you get pay on the third week. You get pay on the third week. You get pay on the third week, which is on the third week. 2 weeks is about 15 days. 15 days plus another 7 days. It's about almost 22 days. Let's calculate that. Let's say 15 plus 7. Yeah, 22 days. So for 22 days, you are working for absolutely nothing. Okay. And let's say they pay you. You agree when you sign up the paperwork, normally they will ask the drivers to sign a waiver, allowing or giving up rights. It's trying to get these things to work for me. So waivers, they have the driver sign waivers, give up rights, to the pay. These 3 weeks that you work, you're giving up rights. You're basically giving up rights to wage. On top of that, they will have you allow them waiver, giving them rights to take your money to maintain company equipment, to fix company equipment. Let's say you drive down the road and then windshields fly off the truck. They will take your money and fix that. You have a flat tires, you guessed it, they will take your money, fix that flat tire, everything. So basically they're using the drivers, whatever. Let's say they don't have 1 or 2 drivers, they have 50 drivers, 100 drivers. They do this to every drivers. And the other thing is that so let's say they pay you minimum wage in trucking. In trucking industry, drivers, there is a low wage, there is a high mid wage, and there is also a high wage, right? The high money in trucking is about, for drivers, it's about 60 cents a mile. And I'm gonna try to calculate that. 60, let's say you make 65 cents a mile. On the first 2 weeks, they want you to work as money miles. They want you to work as money miles so they can keep your money. So let's say you work 600 miles a day for 15 days. That's what they want you to do. Most of the times, drivers, they will do more like 700 miles a day. This is how they schedule the drivers to run, so they can have the drivers make for those 2 weeks. Remember, those 2 weeks are normally, drivers don't stay beyond the 2 weeks if they're not making the money. Most of them will give the company a chance there, and if there is because they know that they make all that money for 2 weeks and they haven't gotten any pay yet. So let's say they require you to drive 600 miles a day, right? And this is how much they pay you in the minimum wage, in the low wage. Let's say that you get a minimum wage in McDonald's, for example. The minimum wage in the United States is about $7, about $7, $7 to $7.50 an hour. In trucking, is the same equivalent or similar standards in trucking industries. The low wage is 55 cents. So let's say the European company, normally they will pay the drivers 50 cents. Some of them even pay 40 cents, 40 cents. But let's say they pay you 55 cents. But most of the normal people that work for companies, they make 65 to 60 cents a mile. So compared to that, let's say they pay the drivers. Most of the American drivers, this is what they pay you. They pay them 55 cents. Time is 600 miles a day. Time is 600 miles a day, right? And then time is 6 days. In 6 days, they make $1,900. But they don't pay the drivers. This money goes into the company pocket. And in these 6 days, every day you deliver 2 truckload, 2 trailer load, 40,000 pound, 40,000 pound. Let's say you pick up something in the morning, you deliver it in the afternoon, and then they have you go pick up another one. You'd say for every delivery, let's say one is 600 times $3, they make 1,800 from one delivery. And then you do 2 delivery a day, remember. So you do 2 deliveries a day. 2 deliveries a day, 1,800 times 2, that's $3,000 a day. And then time is 15 days. Let's assume that you deliver 2 deliveries a day and give the company a low minimum wage, and you will see how much money this company makes. Let's say you deliver 600 miles a day, and 600 miles divided by 2, you deliver two deliveries. Let's assume you have 2 deliveries. 600 times 2 times $3. So this is how much the company makes in one day from you. In one day. And you do 6 days a week. That's how much they make, the company makes. And then time is 2. So they make $21,000 from you in 2 weeks. Remember, so far, you haven't made any money. Okay? You haven't made any money. They haven't paid you, and you're in 2 weeks. So on the 3rd week, and if you wonder how much money you made every week, 600 times 55, and then time is 6. Time is 6, right? And then time is 2. This is how much money you had on your 2nd week. But they haven't paid you anything yet. Remember, they haven't paid you the money yet. They're holding it. You haven't made any, they haven't give you any money. But the mileage wise, remember, you get paid per miles. So this is how much money you had made on the 2nd week. But remember, they will keep this money. They will keep this money on their pocket. They don't give you. But on the 2nd week, how much money you make on the 2nd week? On the 2nd week, so we got, on the 2nd week, right? That's the 1st week. 36. So on the 2nd week, it will be exactly the same. Let's say 600 times 6, you make 30. 600 times 6, right? 36. I made a mistake on this calculation. This is for 2 weeks. Let's start over with this. I don't want to confuse you. So they have you drive 600 miles a day. and the end time is 6 days a week, and that's how much mile you have been driven in 2 weeks. In how much is that in money, in dollars? Calculate that. 3,600 miles times 3,600 miles times 0.55 cents, and this is how much money you would have made in that no, this gotta be 1 week. Yeah, 1 week. 600 times 6, 36, that's 1 week. So in 1 week you made 1,900 times 2, it would have been 3,600. And then on the third week, this 3,900, the first week, it's 2. That's the mile you drove in 1 week, right? And then time is 2 weeks, it will be 7,000 times 0.55, and this is how much money you would have made in 2 weeks. But they don't pay you. The company will not give you this money in 2 weeks. You have to wait for the third week. On the third week, it's gonna be exactly the same thing. You drove 600 miles. Most of the times, you're gonna be driving more miles, but we're gonna just take the mid-range. 600 miles time is 6. 3,600 time is 55, and this is how much money they will send you on the third week. But remember, on the previous week, you have, on 2 weeks, you had outstanding balance. This is just for 1 week. They will pay you on the third week. They pay you on the third week for that third week. They keep the first week. They keep the second week. They only give you whatever you make on the third week, just on the third week only, for those 6 days. So they pay you for that 6 days on third week. They keep in the second week. They keep in the first week. And you're not gonna see this money. You will not be gonna see these 2 checks. Okay? Just to understand that. So by keeping those 2 checks, now you feel like drivers will feel like they have wasted their money. And also, if anything breaks down, if the truck breaks down, they will use those first week, on second week, drivers' dollars to fix. Remember, every week you make this money. So they have 1,980 on the second week. They have $1,980 on the first week. On the second week, they keep this money. Only give you whatever you make, this money that you make on the third week. And this is not only that. Normally they'll have bad equipment. Let's say the police notice the equipment is bad, and they pull you over. They pull their company truck over, and then notice that the brake is not good. The truck brake is not good. These tickets, they will give the tickets to to you. They will give the ticket to you for their equipment. Ticket for equipment. And the company will take, and you let the company know about the ticket, they will take your money to pay that ticket. They're not gonna pay it. They give the police. Remember, the police give the driver the ticket, but the company will take your money. They will take your money for what they call violations. It's like they make it look like you are the one that violated some. They make it look like you are the cause of the reason why they got that their company got a ticket. Their company is actually in the United States equipment violations. If there is an equipment, if there is no brake, if there is an issue with the truck, with the trailer, the ticket always goes to drivers. Ticket drivers, right? Drivers' names are on the ticket. They are the one who is gonna lose the licenses over company equipment issues, equipment deteriorations. So the driver gets a ticket, first ticket from the police, and then the second, also the company will keep $500 from the driver's paycheck. This is for everything. Let's say the company sends the drivers to go pick up a product. If the company send you to go pick up a product that weighs, let's say, 47,000 pounds, but the truck, every road have a limit, and the company knows this, and they don't care. They assume that the police is not gonna stop the truck, and they're gonna make money by delivering these 40,000 pounds. But let's say the police pull over the truck, and they found that this thing's overweight. The truck's supposed to carry no more than, let's say, 43,000. Now the truck is overweight by so much: 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So you 4,000 pound overweight. If it's 4,000 pound overweight, the police do two things. First, tickets. They will give the driver tickets, which is sometimes up to $2,000. So the driver gets $2,000 ticket and probably lose his license. And the second, the company will also keep the driver's money. You know what I'm saying? Company. I know this is kind of hard to write, but the company also keep the driver's paycheck for that week. Normally, they will keep the entire check, equivalent of $1,890. So the driver now, they will blame the driver. That in the minds of these European guys, they think that the driver is the one that's at fault, because you're supposed to hide from the police. Make sure you don't get the truck, don't get pulled over, hide, don't get pulled over, don't get pulled over. Okay, and if the police pull the truck over, it's automatically the driver's fault. So they take your money, they keep your money, all of your paycheck, and they will send another driver. Of course, the driver is gonna be pissed off that They work all these weeks for nothing over these one issues that have nothing to do with them, that they can't control the police pulling them over, pulling the truck over. Remember, this is not a driver's problem. If you notice there is no the issue with the brake, and you tell the company they don't fix it, the company have a 2 paycheck of the drivers. The first paycheck, remember the first paycheck $1,800, the second paycheck $1,890, first check, second check, and then he is always they always keeping these two first check, and he's only, so if he leaves, if he told the company to fix the equipment and he making too much fuss, he is risking losing this money. He's risking losing over $4,000 right here. So they know, the company knows this. So they're gonna actually want the driver to leave. The company have incentive. They will keep this 2 paycheck. So they rather have another driver, pay another driver $500 to go pick up a truck. If this driver get pissed off that they're not fixing the equipment, that he's gonna lose his license over equipment violations, over the companies giving him a overweight product that are not safe on the road. The brake is not gonna stop for 80,000 pound in the trailer, and nothing works right. And if the driver leaves, remember the driver have no power. The driver have no power. He have no connections. He is not a police. Police will ignore the drivers. Let's say if the driver call the police and let them know about the company not fixing equipment, that he is forced to drive. They will come and give him the ticket for equipment violations. That means for having in his possessions equipment that is not supposed to be on the road. Things like no brake, no insurance. Sometimes they have no insurance. Actually, they will give the driver fake papers. The driver have no way of knowing if it's valid or not, but the police will find out, because sometimes they will run it in their system, and we will see that this company have no insurance. The police are so stupid, they will give the drivers the ticket instead of the company who is in violations. A lot of these European guys, they have 50, 100 trucks, and they only have one insurance. Let's say they have something like 75 trucks, right? And they have one insurance, one truck insurance, one truck. They only paying for one truck insurance, one truck, and they basically print the paper for that one insurance, one truck insurance, and they will doctor it. They will put all the other trucks V numbers, truck names, V numbers, the year of the truck, models, and the year of the truck. Let's say the truck is 2020 or whatever. All the truck is gonna have the same insurance. It's gonna be insured by the same company, but in reality, they only paid for one truck. They only paid insurance to insure one truck, but they will print out this one insurance, this first truck insurance, remember they get PDF paperwork sent to them from the insurance company for proof of insurance, right? So they will print this one and they will make a duplicate, they make a copy, and they will edit and put a name put all the truck names. Remember, let's say if it's Volvo or Freightliner or whatever, they will make a copy of this one paper, and for each truck they will just write the truck name, the model of the truck, the VIN numbers, to make it look like all the truck is covered under this one insurance company. They will give the driver this information. You say, hey, this is the truck, this is the insurance company, and then this is inspection. Also, the inspection is fake. Let's say every truck supposed to have inspection paperwork that says everything was already looked over and everything runs fine. They go to their own friends that own inspection, right? The friend never even look at the truck. He will just print out inspection that says the truck is clean, nothing wrong with the truck. Let's say inspection paper, and this is what they will give the drivers. It doesn't matter if the truck is leaking, if the truck doesn't even have a freaking engine in it. These people will give them clean inspection, as if there is nothing wrong with the truck. Clean inspections, right? And once they get these clean inspections, and they can have the truck on the road. And if anytime the driver get pulled into the inspections, let's say there's inspection stations on the road, the police pull you over to look over the truck. They do this they have every state have inspection. I'm sure you see it when you're driving down the road. There is inspection way stations on the highway in every state, every road in the United States, every major road. And the driver, when you see those trucks get pulled over into way station, the company is not there. The driver is the one who's been harassed, who's been bullied, who's been who is getting ticketed, who's getting pushed around by this ignorant police at the way station. The company have clean, they get out of it without any consequence whatsoever. If the truck if the truck is garbage, the driver get 50 different tickets of a different violation. Let's say there is no brake, there is no air brake, there is let's say the truck have inspection is not good, the insurance is not good, the tire is not good, the mirror is broken, whatever. The driver is gonna the police will give the driver, let's say 50 tickets times each ticket, let's say worth about $400 times 50. Now the driver is losing his license. Absolutely, he's losing his license. The company gets nothing happened to them. They get a point. It's what they call like a little point in the DOT systems. And even if this happens, let's say they get a little point, and if they get a inspection fail, let's say the company failed inspection, right? The company truck failed inspection. Let's say the company own 100 trucks. If they fail inspections 100 times, they will still be in business. Okay. Remember, the company steals the driver's money to pay for any issues with their equipment that they don't even pay much of it, but they pay enough. They pay enough to have the truck rolling. You know, they get used tires, and they get this fake inspection paper from another mechanic shop, which charge them to get the fake inspection. And they will go ahead and the government doesn't pull them off the road. They don't take the license away from the company. So let's say they also have a plan for in case the government take the license away. Normally, this company have 10 different names. Let's say they have 10 company names registered with the government under different register, right? Register under different name, not the same guy. Let's say this guy have 10 employees or 10 friends. Each of them will submit the paperwork to a government saying they want to open a company. So they have 10 different companies that's available to be used anytime the government or every time Department of Transportation get them pull one of their company names. Let's say they lose their license because they're not fixing equipment, and the government decided to shut them down. They will basically take the names of the old. They will take the name. They'll take the trucks. They will put a new company names. They put new names, right? New names on the truck, and they don't even stop. Nothing slows them down. They will put a new company names on a truck on the spot. Let's say the government shut them down today. They cannot move their truck. They will email the drivers to put their names, get that names off the truck, and then they will email another new names to the drivers. Remember, they have 10 different company name already registered ahead of time. So they will send that new registration to the driver. The driver they're told to pull over into truck stop, and they're gonna basically print that new names and put it on their window. It's gonna be like a temporary registration or whatever they call it. So temporary registrations, they're gonna put this in their window, and they continue to drive with the same equipment, just different company name on it. I hope this helped. I know this video is getting way too long. Stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, and I will keep on bringing these issues. And if you want to see more, if you have an idea what you want me to make a video about, let me know. Stay tuned. I hope you have a great day.